we keep reading in newspaper every day in and day out. So, what do you think? How fair is our election commission?
देखिए ऑनेस्टली मैंने एक आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आर यू इन द हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स और आपने कहा यस.
May I come? Good afternoon, sirs. Good afternoon, ma'am.
टेक योर सीट. व्हाट्स योर नेम?
So my name is Rajat Chaudhary.
इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ.
I am born at village Busal, Bodo, district Kangra, but born and brought up at McLeodganj. I did my schooling from BD DAV Senior Secondary Public School, Dharamshala, district Kangra. Then I did my bachelor's in computer sciences from NIT Hamirpur. After that, I served a corporate for a few months and then left the job and preparing for the UPSC and the state civil services only since 2020.
Okay, what is this CAPJBD? Tell us something about that. It's the name of a company?
Yes, sir. Capgemini.
Capgemini.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was your job profile?
So my job profile was a senior analyst. We used to optimize. Different companies used to give us a data set or the programs which we used to optimize for themselves so that it works in a faster manner and also uses less storage.
Is it a private company or a government company?
It's a private company.
Watching Bollywood movies on OTT platforms. Okay. My first question is, are you in the habit of reading newspapers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know, one former leader is sitting on fast unto death in Punjab.
Okay.
Are you aware of?
No, sir.
Then, daily there is a news coverage regarding that. No, my question is, one person is sitting on fast unto death, and Supreme Court is intervening to a larger extent. Every day there is an intervention from the state that Supreme Court that he should be taken to the hospital. And today's newspaper headline says that if he's not taken to the hospital, COCP proceedings will be initiated against the Chief Secretary and the DGP. Now my question is, for Supreme Court of India, the life of one person is more important than the lives of so many other people. What do you think?
Sir, in my opinion, it's about the correctness. If he's sitting for the right purpose, then yeah, the life of a person is important. And here we can see the judiciary is playing the role of a judicial activism. So, in my opinion, it is right. As far as specifically about this case, since I'm not aware about all the sides, so I cannot say much further about it. But
see, you might have heard about Iron Lady from Northeast, who said for
Shamil.
At that time, Supreme Court didn't intervene. I mean, she was fighting against Hpas, but the Supreme Court didn't intervene. So why Supreme Court is playing a double role as far as the life of a farmer is concerned and the lives of other citizens are concerned?
So I don't think this is, my opinion, this is not the right way to see that Supreme Court is more worried about the life of a farmer and not about that girl who's sitting against the government. It may be the scenario where I believe the issue for which the farmer may be sitting, it is, reasonable. And as far as regarding the Iron Sharmila ma'am case, it was against the Hpas, and Hpas is required, though it's a little not fair to the people, but is required as far as when we talk about the sovereignty of this country and the geopolitical interest of our state. So that can be the reason why Supreme Court didn't intervene.
But don't you think that Hpas is a draconian in some context,
Yes, sir.
Then?
But sir, I believe in international politics, or as per state politics, state here means India. The geopolitical interest triumph over the human rights.
Okay.
I mean, in my opinion, like what happened in the Northeast regarding Hpas, or what is happening in Jammu Kashmir earlier, before the abrogation of Article 370, what used to happen in Jammu and Kashmir, it was not good. But as far as concerned about the sovereignty of the state, we have to make sometimes these decisions which impact the lives of the little people, but it is for a greater cause, I believe. Yes, sir.
That former leader is sitting on fast unto death. He wants that MSP should be legalized.
Yes.
This is the only concern. And Supreme Court has said that if you are having a problem, if the government doesn't listen to it, come to us directly. I mean, and suo motu cognizance can be taken, and then a PAL can be filed in the Supreme Court. But nothing has been done. But every day there is intervention from the Supreme Court side.
This is, I can say, the backdrop that the case is not taken up by the Supreme Court, or the person who is sitting is not filing a PIL, or some other NGOs or self-help groups are not coming forward for this.
Okay. Next question is, what is the role of Indo-Pacific region as far as the geopolitics is concerned?
So Indo-Pacific region, basically it includes our Indian Ocean and the adjoining areas, the South China Sea and all this. It plays a very crucial role in the present scenario because India also wants to emerge as the global leader, and to maintain the multipolarity in the world, this region is very essential. Secondly, with respect to the economic aspects, it is used as a trade pathway for reaching out to different countries.
Okay, we all know about ancient Silk Route, There is another term that is one belt, one road. Okay, tell us something about that OBOR.
Sir, it was the idea conceived by the Chinese government to connect the eastern side of the China with the Middle East till the Middle East countries to carry out the trade and to develop formal linkages with the different countries. So on documents it is true, but it is also used by Chinese for enhancing their power on a global level.
Okay. If you are selected as an STM, okay, and you get a chance to visit a school where you have to teach mathematics to 5 class students, but the students are not interested at all. They don't want to listen to you. Okay, so what will you do at that time? It's your job to teach them. Again, this duty has been given by the deputy commissioner or some higher officials that you have to visit that school and you have to teach them mathematics. But they are not ready to listen to you. Then what will you do?
Sir, I think in that scenario, I'll start up with a story to tell why maths is important. I mean, for instance, in this case, I can talk about the example ki, okay, you have 5 students and I've got 10 chocolates or I've got 20 chocolates. So how will you divide it among yourselves? And then and by this I'll try to develop an interest, and then afterwards, if I able to realize the importance of maths, I can start teaching them.
Okay. So how will you make mathematics interesting?
So with respect to the class 5 students, I can use diagrams or their names. I mean, firstly I'll ask them, what are your parents or your siblings, and I'll take up their example. Okay, if for instance someone name is Rahul, okay Rahul, how many brothers and sisters you have? Now you have 10 chocolates, how you will divide among yourselves? So in this way, I'll try to make them exciting.
Okay, the second situation is, in a village, a clash has taken place between people belonging to the higher caste and the lower caste. The lower caste people, they are working as laborers. And the higher caste people, they don't want that they should work here. And the clash has taken place. And you have to diffuse the situation. How will you do that?
Okay, so as far as I am able to understand your question, sir, the lower class people are laborers.
Yeah.
And okay, the high caste people don't want them to work in that specific area. Yes. So first of all, I'll try to establish a contact with there should be a dominant caste in that group or of the higher caste people, or a group, or there's always 1 or 2 members who are leading them. So I'll talk to them and try to find out what are the reasons. If the reasons is the anarchical reason, like that caste discrimination and their caste supremacy belief they have, then I would try to make them aware regarding the rights of the people and the supremacy of the constitution especially. And after that, if the people not agree to me, then I will try to assemble all of them together in a place, and then a proper conversation between them. And if also there can be the scenario as per the labor side, that either they are there happily doing a labor job, or they can do some other job or seek someone else, some work somewhere else. So I'll try to look in that aspect also.
Okay. If you are made Prime Minister of this country for a day, what changes would you like to incorporate?
Okay. Uh, First of all, I'll try to uh, improve the education system in our state, in our country.
Which is not, up to the mark. You would like to change only now when it's not up to the mark. Do you think that the education system in our country is not up to the mark?
I mean, sir, in some aspects, I believe that there are some laggings. I mean, not up to the mark will be completely extremist, but there are loopholes which we really need to address in our education system. So I'll try
First one
to.
is education. Second one?
Second one, sir, the health and the reach toward the last mile connectivity of the health system. I mean, there are though the PM Asha, Asha workers are playing a very crucial role. Ayushman Bharat has played a very crucial role, but still some section of the people are not able to not able to get the reap the benefits of that thing. Thirdly, the workers, the illiterate people, the workers like the face governance issues. Like recently, the MG Narega has been linked with the job card. In case of MG Narega card has been linked with the Aadhaar cards. So people are not able to get a job because there are many discrepancies with respect to the Aadhaar card in the database. So this is the issue which we see last week only. So I'll try to improve the governance. And there's this criminalization, the presence of the criminalization in politics, we say. So I'll talk to my cabinet, and there should be some way that some politicians or some political leaders, they should not be allowed if more than some quantifiable data cases are against them, or the cases for the heinous crimes are filed against them. Then I also believe they should not be allowed to contest elections. So.
Will you do something as far as the crime against women is concerned? Safety of the women of our country. Will you do something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second thing, as far as the farmers' justice is concerned, farmers are committing suicide. Will you do something for their sake also?
Yes.
Okay. What will you do?
So for the farmers, the need to help the farmers should be at the different levels. First, at the national level, since I am the PM, so first of all, I'll work for the policy, any policy or the law that should be made that provides them the long-term solution. Then second is the short-term solution regarding their distress. So for that, I believe the expert committee regarding consisting of the experts from the agriculture universities or the market area, which expertise, a committee should be formed. Then their recommendation should be implemented as soon as possible.
Tell me something about small saving schemes, introduced by the central government.
Small saving scheme.
Where you can invest and get rebate as far as the income tax is concerned.
Okay. These are introduced by the government of India for developing the habit among the citizens of saving the schemes that can be used in the future.
Okay. What is your opinion about the Uniform Civil Code? What do you want to say?
So Uniform Civil Code as cited in our constitution under the PSP Article 44. So Uniform Civil Code is for the civil cases where the punishments or the anything or any matter will be all the citizens will be considered under one roof. There will not be like different laws for the Hindus, for the Muslims, and they'll treat it as one. So in my opinion, it is a positive step toward unifying the citizens of our state. So.
What is your understanding of social justice and poetic justice?
Social justice is what we actually see on the grounds, and poetic justice, I believe it's the idealism, the romanticizing justice.
What is this word? Aquarism?
Aquarism, sir.
What is this?
Sir, aquarism is the habit of fish keeping.
Okay, aquarium.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was just thinking I would not understand what does it mean. You tell me there is a socialist approach of governance.
Socialist approach?
and there is a capitalist approach of government. So how do you differentiate between the two?
So the socialist opinion of the government is when we talk about the strata of the lower strata of the people, their benefits, and we are not concerned about the profits only. But in the capitalist, it is more about the profits. For instance, if a socialist government is there, it will establish a school or an industry in the area where people are facing unemployment or in the outfits of a place. But a capitalist government will establish a company where it will find there are consumers and solely on the basis of the profits. Sir.
Now recently the one Chief Justice has retired from Supreme Court of India, and there had been a lot of controversy, in social media about his approach in delivery of justice on various accounts. So are you aware?
No, sir.
The previous Chief Justice of India.
Who was the last Chief Justice of India?
D.Y. Chandrachud, sir. Justice D.Y.
Do
Chandrachud.
you read something about him these days? There's what a legacy he has left behind.
As far as I can recall, I recall his one statement which we made about places of origin, places of worship act. That in places of worship act, sir, the exemptions are given to the Babri Masjid and the places under the ASI. So he was in the opinion that it has taken the power of a judicial review. So he passed one statement that even if we cannot make changes, but we can observe the monuments.
I think the statement which he made was that when Ram Janmabhoomi verdict was being given, I was praying to the God all the time.
He came in my dreams. The God came in my dreams, and he led me to this judgment.
Is a bit later about places of origin of places of worship act regarding I recall this statement.
There is a system of judiciary in our country.
Yes, sir.
And there is a system of collegium.
Yes, sir.
So what is this system of collegium?
So the system of collegium is basically used for the appointment of the judges in our judicial system. It basically consists of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice of India along with the three senior most judges who make the decision regarding who firstly makes the list regarding the appointment of the judges or their transfers, and it is sent to then the appointment committee and then lastly signed by the President of India.
So they make recommendations for appointment of
The judges and their transfers.
So how do you see the power of government vis-a-vis the collegium recommendations?
With respect to the appointment of the judges, it is very less, sir. And that's why they also appointed in the 99th Constitution Amendment Act, they established this NJAC.
So presently, we are following the collegiate system or the NJAC?
No, sir, collegium system.
Now there are various issues with respect to the Election Commission of India. We keep reading in newspaper every day in and day out. So, what do you think? How fair is our Election Commission?
Election commissions are being a constitutional body. It is
why it has come into controversy. Let me put it like this.
So regarding there were very allegations made by the opposition parties regarding there were delay in citing the number of the votes in while during elections. There was delay in telling how many votes were polled or what is the voter turnout. It was conveyed to the people late. Secondly, there were also issues like different parties were alleging each other that it is not working properly regarding if any political member is making a statement which is not allowed as per the MCC. So then also no action was taken against him or her.
Now I learned that the petition has been filed against the Election Commission. Okay. Are you aware?
No, sir.
You are not aware? You are not reading the newspapers regularly?
Actually, I am going through the debates only, the present scenario IR debates.
No, but these are serious matters, like people filing petition against the Election Commission of India, which is a statutory body under the Constitution. How do you see that? That's not the serious matter, huh?
That's unfair to the democracy and the constitutionalism as seen by our constitutional forefathers.
We have a Food Security Act, Do you have an idea about the Food Security Act?
Yes, sir.
What is the Food Security Act?
So Food Security Act, it was initiated and for providing the food to the people who cannot afford it, and to provide the affordability and accessibility, and under PDS system, public distribution system. This card is formed where people can take ration at a lower prices.
Okay.
Can you name some major hydro projects in Himachal?
Ma'am, Chamera project, Chamera 1, 2, then there is Shanan project which is also in news. Then ma'am, projects on the Beas river, the Bhakra Nagal on river Satluj.
Who controls the Shannon project?
Shannon project, ma'am, it is under discrepancy since 2019-25 till 2nd of March 2024. It was leased out for to the government of Punjab, but now the lease session has over. So the case is disputed. Haryana is also asking for the share. Then, so it is under dispute.
What do you mean by Hindu Rashtra and what are your personal views about it? You say you see a lot of Bollywood movies. There is a movie which is not being screened about Indira Gandhi. Who is playing the lead role in that movie?
Karuna Rajat, ma'am, our honorable MP.
Okay, Rajat. So tell me any place of your district which is being listed under the government scheme of Nahi Rahe Nahi Manzil.
Is it the Nahi Rahe Nahi Manzil? So the zoo.
Because of Nahi Rahe Nahi Manzil.
So to diversify our tourism, I mean, it is concentrated basically to few of the sites to
Diversify and identify new areas.
Yes,
of
yes,
the-
yes.
Okay. So which place is in your district?
Sir, I think it is Pragpur, the heritage village, or the
Pong Dam. Okay. So what is the specialty of this Pong Dam?
Pong Dam. So first of all, it is a Ramsar site. Secondly, sir, it also houses the Siberian, red-necked grebe birds, and also it also provides the economic opportunities to the people around those areas, adjoining areas, like fisheries, trouts is formed, rohilla is formed, catla fish is formed there, and it is also a tourist attraction. And in the near future, it provides a potential for the different sports activities we can conduct there.
Okay, there are rock cut temples in Kangra.
Yes, sir.
So where are these temples and what are these special about these temples?
Okay, sir, first is the Masroor rock cut temple. It is a monolithic rock cut temple, and I mean, it is cut and carved from a single rock piece, like the Rathas of Mamlapuram in South India. And there are two folklores regarding this temple. First is that it was built by a king of Jammu, Lalitaditya, and second is the local folklore that it was built by the Pandavas during their Agyatwas.
Okay, why it is called as Ellora of Himachal?
Ellora of Himachal, sir, because it assembles the Ellora, the actual Elloras in Maharashtra.
So what is special in Ellora? So which are connected to this site?
The first and foremost I can think of is that it is carved from a single rock monolithic structure. Secondly, the Shiva pictures are also engraved on the walls, and so
Okay, McLeodganj is connected connected to Dharamshala by ropeway. You know? So, what are the benefits and challenges of this ropeway to local people?
So the talking about the benefits, it has really well helped in reducing the congestion problems, which was very much adversely affecting the environment and the lives of the people as well. Secondly, it has also in a way enhanced the tourism. It has also become now a point of attraction to the people in terms, I mean, from the eyes of the tourist. It also enhanced their experience because from a height now they can embrace the beauty of McLeodganj. So the negative points are first and foremost the drivers have been affected, the cab drivers have been affected, their business has been affected. Then the people, the road which is connecting McLeodganj and Dharamshala is Jogiwada road. So the people, they're like tea shops or the stalls, they're also affected because people are now directly going from Dharamshala to McLeodganj. The shops in the linkage road now, they're also getting affected.
Okay. Do you have any idea of other projects of this ropeway which are being protested, which are being protested by the local people? They are not happy with this project.
Yes, there's a ropeway in. I am not able to recall whether it's Shimla or Bilaspur, but there's a ropeway in this economic budget. They have.
Okay, there are so many places which are being identified for paragliding apart from bead billing. Yeah. Which are the other places which you find government has found these places suitable for paragliding?
So one is in Bilaspur. Only one I can recall, sir.
Okay. There is controversy on Hatti tribes. What do you know about this Hatti tribe?
So Hatti tribe has been recently given the status of the ST. Officially ST, they have been recognized. So it is the people of cis area, I believe, they have been given the status, and the trans area people are fighting that they should also be given the status.
Okay, there is a river that divides the Silmar into two equal parts. One part is known as Sesgiri and other is Trans. That is the Giri River. So you mean Trans Giri area has provided with
the ST status. Okay, the trans has, the people from this area are also demanding for the status, for the ST status.
This is not the case. Okay. So Indian government has set the target to be a developed state.
Yes, sir.
By which year?
2047.
2020?
2047.
2047. Why 2047 has been selected for this?
100 years of our independence.
And okay. So India is celebrating 75 years of our constitution.
Constitution. Yes.
Implementation of constitution. Okay. So can you tell me any three areas which are being mentioned in constitution, but we can notice that these areas are not properly implemented by the government, which you want to implement as soon as possible?
I mean, like the provisions which have been made in the constitution. The first and foremost is, sir, UCC, it is not implemented. Though government is talking about it that they'll implement in 2025.
Okay.
And sir, then it's...
Okay, there is mention in our preamble, equality.
Yes, sir.
Do you found we are achieve the equality?
We are working for the equality, and in a lot of extent we have achieved it also, sir.
Okay. What is the per capita of income per capita of Himachal Pradesh?
Sir, it is 2,35,199 rupees.
Thank you.
Rajat, my last question is, twin brothers are born in May, but their date of birth is in June. How it's possible?
Twin brothers are born in May, but their date of birth is, maybe they are born at midnight.
May is the name of a hospital. अच्छा चलिए रजत, आज की इंट्रो कैसी? देखिए ऑनेस्टली मैंने एक आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आर यू इन द हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स, और आपने कहा यस। और आप कौन सा न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हो? हिमाचल का ही पढ़ते हो? जितनी भी इंग्लिश डेलीज है उसमें हर रोज न्यूज़ आ रही है, और एक महीने से है ना, ही इज ऑन फास्ट एंड टू डेथ सिंस 26 नवंबर। ऑनेस्टी बहुत मैटर करती है ना?
एक्चुअली सर मैं जो हिंदू एनालिसिस वाली वीडियोस होती है ना, एक्चुअली दैट तो आई एम सीइंग रेगुलरली।
किसकी वीडियो?
हिंदू एनालिसिस जो वीडियो आती है।
बट मैंने पूछा कि आर यू इन द हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर, आप कहते नहीं, तो मैंने ये क्वेश्चन पूछना ही नहीं था, ठीक है ना?